the narrative of our society can be that the masculine is the problem or the patriarchy is the problem. My belief is it's the lack of the sacred masculine that's the problem.
Time to be a better man. I'm trying to be a better man, be a better man.
Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
So, the Devoted Man Quest. I'm Joe Prakash.
I'm Johnny.
What it means to me to be a devoted man is that I commit myself to something, whether that be a project or a relationship or a practice. I commit myself to something that feels in alignment to my soul, and I go through the inevitable challenges that come over a period of time of committing to something. And to me, also, devoted is something about being in devotion to something greater than myself. And there's a certain like divine element or a divine quality that comes with this of like, I imagine myself bowing to a presence that's greater than me. And in that, instead of choosing what I think I need to be devoted to, I simply try and like offer my heart to whatever feels most in alignment with my soul and my mission in this life.
Love that. Love the call to open to something greater. And for me, that really speaks to my journey with this. It's about devoting myself to life itself, whatever feels most alive. And what I came to recognize is on this path of taking action and enacting something into my life, I'd often get caught in my mind and what a forced, controlling sense of being a man is, and realizing that there's quite a dead energy in that, quite a cutting energy where I felt actually disconnected. The more that I tried to enact and manifest something, the more disconnected I became. And I found myself kind of retreating into more of this passive way of being because I felt more connected in that, but then really disconnected from my fire and my power and my truth. And so it was a returning to this path of how can I really be connected and devoted to the life that's flowing right here in this space, unfolding in this synchronistic divine way, yet also really claim my power and my desire and my intention, and see the power in actually carving out something of this life, like connecting to what's my mission in this life, what are my gifts, how can I step forward and offer them. And actually this devotion is like realizing that there's something that I have to offer life, and there's these gifts that I've received, and it's like honoring my gifts is a devotion to life and this greater unfolding. It's like they've been gifted to me, and I see that this is everybody's truth. Like we all have been gifted these gifts, and it's an act of devotion to really honor those gifts and give them forward into the world, and do something with them in a way that we're cultivating rather than kind of being a butterfly. This is what one of the big main learnings for me was, like to stop kind of like going after the quick fix and the exciting experience, and actually start to cultivate my garden and give to what I have, and to stay stable and devote myself to something for long enough for it to bear fruit. So a big learning has been, how can I give and cultivate what's right here rather than flying off to the next thing and the next thing. It's about stability, it's about continuity.
Yeah, we talked a lot about what it takes to show up as a man, and how that can sometimes be seen in this archetype of a father that's very like constant, like a constant stable force that just continuously shows up, kind of almost able to put the emotions to the side to do what needs to be done, and then find the right time, because we don't want to be shutting down our emotions, but find the right time and place to dive into that emotion. because that's what men's work is for me, like this space where I can go fully into my emotions, and it can be contained. And so it's like, I love this idea that we're on a quest. That became really clear, didn't it, when we tried to have our Instagram name as The Devoted Man, and it wasn't available, so we put Devoted Man Quest, and it just became this thing of, we're not actually claiming to have all the answers, to be devoted men, like sitting here on our thrones and we are now kings. Like, whilst I can recognize this part of me that's a king, it's also like this recognition that I feel like a young prince, just finding my way, having not been initiated, having not really had any rites of passage when I was younger, and now being 25, like trying to find my way into the world through projects or my business, or just find my way to how I want to show up in the world for the people that I love and the people in my community and on this land. It's like, I don't have a clue really how, I don't know what it means to be a man, but I am prepared to start a bit of a quest and like put one foot in front of another to go into the unknown and see what reveals itself on that journey. And then I'm so grateful to have like brothers like yourself, and so many beautiful brothers that I now have in my life, that we can all kind of go on that journey together.
Fully resonating there. It's like a recognition that there's so much that I've certainly come from and still carrying, where I feel like I'm still figuring it out. I'm still in some sort of boy consciousness, teenage consciousness, and there's so much that I feel I want to start holding myself and leading myself in. And as soon as we chose this word, like the Devoted Man Quest, it was almost like my life took a different arc, and there was more and more invitations to start holding and leading myself in bigger and greater ways, and get that more kind of just seriousness about what it means to kind of have that commitment, or just responsibility, and these kind of things that when you need to grow up and take ownership of your life and prepare yourself to hold and be responsible for a family, and these kind of deeper questions that I'm sure a lot of us are asking, like how could I provide, how can I come out, I still feel like I'm figuring it out, this kind of exploration, and it feels like the Devoted Man Quest has already taken on this kind of like energy of like, it's bringing everything through for me that I need to look at to be able to like hold this kind of thought form, this energy, this entity that is the Devoted Man Quest.
And it's teaching us.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm leaning in and learning more about what that means for me and my unique situation in my life, and it feels like there's so much that we all have to learn with each other, and it's like, this feels like landing in a space together and then feeling what the moment has to show all of us as we all take this quest together. So there's a deep, I feel like there's a deep listening into it, and like the pulse of whoever's going to be in the space, whoever's already tuning in, whoever's already being called into this movement. It feels like there's a deep listening to just see what's emerging for all of us, and how we can really come together as a brotherhood and support each other, because this is what I feel like we've all needed, and through our lives, and we've spoken about this, it's like at school and in different scenarios where there's big groups of boys and men, like it feels like there's been a bit of an allergy to being around masculine energy because of the way that it's manifested, and you know, kind of, we've spoken about banter and hurtful banter, or you know, people just being a poor role model as a man, and what we've needed all along is this kind of place where we come together and support each other as brothers. And I feel like this is it, like we're rediscovering what it means to really hold each other and be that support for each other as we work it out and figure it out together.
You know, sometimes I think the narrative of our society can be that the masculine is the problem, or the patriarchy is the problem. My belief is it's the lack of the sacred masculine that's the problem. It's not having too much masculine energy, because most of the masculine energy I see around me is imbalanced masculine energy, or it's men that have actually been castrated from their raw neutral masculine essence. Like I love this thing that you said earlier about when I actually strip it all away, like a lot of the things I've built up over my life, whether it's through like trauma or experiences I've had where masculine energy has been like dangerous or unsafe or come at me in a way that's been hurtful, like hurtful banter at school, and it's led me to think that that was the problem. I need to push that away. When actually, like when I've sat with this deeper and deeper, like in meditation and things, and sitting with this, I really want to be connected to my masculine, but I want to find out how I can bring that through in a way that feels healthy and feels balanced, and that's part of the quest for me. Why are you on the quest, bro? In essence, why are you on the quest?
I feel like I've lived quite a sheltered life where I've been very cared for, very tended to, received everything that I've needed, and that's led me to, you know, invest a lot of time in being an artist, a musician, a lot of time meditating, a lot of time being introspective and inward. And I feel like there's something that's really calling me to actually like make something for myself of my own life, and to step into more responsibility, more power, more solidity. And I feel like that's begun to unfold, and the more that I step into this path of devotion, it's like how can I hold all that I am and that I've been, and the places that I've been, in terms of that way that I've lived this first part of my life, and actually like see that it is the gold, like that sense that I've been learning how to hold myself almost like feeling like a child for a lot of my life. Like that is the gold, like to overcome that's my path, and there's great power in that. Like to kind of, I'm beginning to see that's the power. Like our limitation is the power, and to find expression through what might feel like an environment where it's very, very loving and very, very feminine and very, very kind of soft and nourishing, and but then where's the sense of individuality, where's the sense of kind of breaking through the mold and speaking up, even if it feels like breaking the status quo. Like I feel like my power's coming from that, of like what wants to break out of this kind of just comfortable layer. And so I feel like my power is coming through in this quest of like, yeah, something wants to speak about the truth, authentic feeling that's being felt here, not just what we're all kind of going along with unconsciously, or like feeling like we can't name or speak to. There's something that when my throat opens and I start to express and give expression to what I really feel is moving in the space, I feel like there's an attunement to that. Like I'm devoting myself to the true authentic feeling that wants to be given expression creatively and just truthfully. Like truthful expression is my calling in this quest, I feel. And you, brother?
Beautiful words, man. For me, it's there's two things coming through strong right now. One is about getting the initiations I never had. Connecting to that boy consciousness or that teenage consciousness, the parts of me that still feel like trapped in that state of immaturity and still act out from that place. And then having a space where I can come together with other men to give those parts of me that are still in boy or teenage consciousness, give them what they truly needed so that they can actually like rise up and mature and grow up into this like maleness, manliness, you know, feeling like I've been so kind of weak and fragile for a lot of my life. I really want to learn and embody what it is to have a strong spine, soft belly, and an open heart. And then the other thing is sacred sexuality, and conscious relating and how I relate with women and how I relate with my wife, who I love so much. It's like I can really feel, and she'll be the first to say that she is longing for this masculine presence, this masculine containment, this directional energy of what we might call Shiva energy, of like this directional force that I can lead, and I can lead from my heart in a way that actually allows her to feel really safe in her body. And I can't fake that, because she either feels it or she doesn't. So it's something that I know I need to actually integrate into my being and do the steady process of working on it to solidify that within my being, and to claim my innate like sexuality. I feel my sexuality has been so warped and distorted by pornography and so much in my life, and never having good conversation about it until recently, but never really having men that just talk freely and openly about all different things in the realm of sexuality, and to re-engage or to meet my sexuality in a way that honors it for what it truly is, this life force that has the potential to literally create life, but also seed projects, and when it's channeled in the right way, to, I believe, to bring heaven down to earth. Yeah, that's me.
Solid.
Devoted Man Quest.
Yeah, we're on the quest.
We're on the quest,
doing
and
it.
the invitation here is come and join us on the quest. Get on our Instagram, which is Devoted Man Quest, and through that, if you send us a message on Instagram, or if you check the link in this video, you can join the WhatsApp group and things like that. And if you feel the call, come and journey with us. We're going to do free embodiment rituals and circles on a regular basis through the community, and we're also going to be doing in-person retreats and circles and workshops and things this year. So
Beautiful. Sending you all much love.
peace and love.
Peace.